Week 7 lecture, the professor talked about how important it is to have an exit strategy when starting a business. He stressed that the business should not be seen as a lifelong commitment, and the entrepreneurs need to plan on how they will eventually leave or transition out of a business. We learned about how many different exit strategies there were, like selling the business, planning for retirement, and succession planning, as well as bankruptcy. He explained how to determine a business's value and find potential buyers, noting that the role of business brokers and the importance of legal and financial experts in negotiating a sale. The professor also discussed the challenges of retiring from a business, such as making sure the business can cooperate without the owner and figuring out how to receive payments after. This video highlighted many important points of the lecture. For example, Glenn shared his experience with selling his business, the Horse Radio Network. He became sick with cancer and wanted to sell his business. Before he started the sales process, he researched for 5 years to see what businesses might be buyers for his business. He used the exit strategy discussed in the lecture, staying on with the business after it was sold to ensure the transition was smooth. And he stayed on to help the new owners make sure the business could cooperate correctly. He also took an initial payout, and then the rest of the money from the sales were dispersed over the years. This strategy will ensure he has money through his retirement. He also highlighted the importance of having your finances in order before selling your business, such as having taxes completed, contracts in order, and being honest with your buyer. He had help from a great lawyer to negotiate the sale. All of these key points were mentioned in our lecture as ways to ensure a smooth exit. During our second video with Joe, he shared some very practical and important tips for making sure you don't get into negative habits that will create difficult exit scenarios. Business owners need a broad skill set, such as having really sound financial knowledge to keep track on your profit loss, cash flow, and KPIs. He recommended several tools for this, such as QuickBooks and Toast. Having a strong financials is important when you're getting ready to sell a business because it helps with valuation, since the balance sheets, taxes, and other finances recorded will be investigated. Having good financials is also insurance and trust and a smoother sales process, which is also mentioned in our lecture. You can see an exit plan is a very critical part of the business strategy that prepares for the transition to a new owner. By thinking about your next option early, you can increase the value of your business, protect what you have built, and make sure it's a good transition for everyone.